Professor Cam David West, former petroleum minister, said that your government, once you get into power, that you would reduce the petroleum price to 40 naira per liter, that it's possible, and that Nigerians should look forward to that. Can you please confirm if so?
Well, he said it. I didn't say it. So why should you hold me to ransom about what he said? But having said that, he has been Minister of Petroleum under me, so he knows the industry, and he's keeping himself up to date. And I have my own idea about this subsidy or non-subsidy. Mine is based on facts which were available to Tom W. West and those that are interested in our prospection and development of our petroleum industry. For petrol to cost so much in Nigeria relative to other countries, how I wish Nigerians could articulate their representations and present it to the government. Because from what I know, the prospection and development of Nigerian petroleum industry was largely financed by Nigeria in terms of Nigeria's percentage of shares in the prospection and development companies. I can understand Nigerians to pay the cost at filling station should be the cost of a barrel from the wellhead, the type of crude, transportation to the refinery, the cost of refining, the cost of transportation from the refinery to the filling stations. And then we look hard at the economy. I mean the cost of the economy itself, internally in Nigeria, and then the cost of fuel outside, so that we don't make our fuel too cheap, you know, to encourage smuggling and other irresponsible acts identified by a lot of Nigerians in the industry. Because I know, to the best of my ability, the upgrading of Port Harcourt refinery from 60,000 to 100,000, and then the building of another core refinery in Port Harcourt of 150,000 barrels. So Port Harcourt alone had the capacity of refining 150,000 barrels of Nigerian crude a day. And then I, as Minister of Petroleum, signed the contract for Wari, 100,000 barrels a day, Kaduna, 100,000 barrels a day, and pipeline were built throughout across the country, more than 3,200 line pipes, and then more than 20 depots from, say, Ilorin to Gusau, to Maiduguri, to Kano, to Makadi, to Adamawa. We all did that without borrowing. So why should Nigerian borrow cost so much? If we borrow this money and we are paying back with interest, I can understand Nigerians to be charged much more than it should be, as I described it.
So in other words, are you saying that it's possible the price of petrol pegged at 87 naira per liter now could reduce when you get to office?
We'll look at it. It is going to be difficult. The reason is this. Virtually the infrastructure has been destroyed by neglect, by PDP. Even when we are working then, when the refineries were working, when there is maintenance, turnaround maintenance they call it, where refineries are closed and then they are maintained according to specifications by the manufacturers. Nigerians hardly know it. Why? Because the people that are in charge for prospection and development in Nigeria have got refineries all over the world. All we have to do, we sit down with them. We are going to get so many thousands of Nigerian type of barrels that will yield so much petrol, so much kerosene, so much diesel. You go and refine it and you bring it for us. We pay you money for transportation. Nigerians could hardly know that refineries are closed. But what PDP governments have done, to kill the refineries, allow pipelines to be destroyed by saboteurs, and refuse to maintain the depots and so on. So the petroleum industry is in such a mess, just like the rest of the economy, that I cannot promise magic, as you put in magic wand. I don't think I have got that magic wand.
Are there plans to revive the refineries and even build new ones under your government?
I think that's the most sensible thing to do. One of our problems is lack of employment. Here we are as a country, and in our most important industry, petroleum, people who are trained, petroleum engineers, gas, civil, for pipelines, for structures, thousands of Nigerians are employed. And then you allow a percentage of another set of terrible Nigerians, to destroy this